Hi, my name is Gil Robertson, president of the African American Film Critics Association. Today, we're thrilled to be talking to the wonderful cast who makes up the hit HBO Max show, Welcome to Derry.
Hello, Jasmine Stevens from Was It Good Though podcast. I want to say you all did an amazing job with this series. But my question is for Chris. What was the process that you took to prepare Dick to be mentally and emotionally prepared to confront his own demons along with the demon of Derry?
Well, first I had to get my mind together. So Chris Chalk had to get his spiritual practices together. I gave everybody an evil eye because I very much am like, we plan in some serious shit. You know what I mean? We really plan around, but this is not all fake. This is not just a movie. So first that, and then it's just building trust with myself, with my process, and with the collaborators. I think when you walk into a space that's so decked out and so fully realized, and then you're leaning on castmates like Taylor, Jovan, and Steph, my job gets easier and easier and easier. It's so funny. Everybody's like, it must have been so hard. And I'm like, nah, because we had the greatest support system. We had a cast that we all effed with. Like, we really get along. We really like each other. We get on each other's nerves, of course, because we all have strong opinions and we're all fully realized, we got some egos on us. But like, I believe that my job was made easier because of them. And then defining the physicality of the psychosis it was a research project on what do real people do when they go into trances? What is the electrical current of the brain? And a bunch of just nerd stuff that I like to do when building on characters.
Thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Jazz, what was your favorite dream sequence?
I think the favorite one was what's her name? I call her Polar Express. The little girl.
Ronnie, I'm assuming.
Yeah. When she was in her room and she thought she was in the womb.
Her mom.
Oh
yes, like that. And then like what she bit the umbilical cord to like get her loose. That was one of my favorites. Saying.
Wow.
I was like crazy.
What about you, Toes? What was your favorite?
So, gosh, because I feel like Ronnie's one I thought was very good, but I was just like, he petty as hell for even bringing her mama into this situation.
Right.
But then he was petty to bring Lily's father into because like the grocery store thing, like leading up to that. So between those two, I was just like, oh, you ain't shit for this petty. That was wild.
What you got, Aunt?
Oh no, I was gonna say Lily's the reveal of her dad, that was typical horror jump scare. But the lead up with the maid and the dude that was following her, and how that motherfucker would do this little move behind her, I was like, oh, the white man, get away from me.
The people from Smile are the ones that do that. They're the ones. I'm like, that's why I'm like, okay, so I seen it, but I couldn't kill her. Okay, this feels familiar.
So let me,
like when they started closing their room and shit, I said, oh,
right.
Nah.
And Jazz, give me 1 second. What I love is that he's just off camera enough, and on camera enough to make you go, "What the hell was that?" Like it was that's
a crumb.
It was that crumb, but it was perfectly choreographed. Lily was walking, and he would just be like, "Hey, bitch, bye, bitch." He would just, and it was that bouncing. You know what it reminded me of? It was like a animated Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Or if you watch The Wiz in the subway station.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I was gonna ask y'all, which entity do y'all think was more petty for people that have seen Smile 2 versus Penny? Because the entity in Smile 2, he was on a level 10 on petty.
Right.
So I'm like, who was more petty between the entity or Penny?
You gotta be Pennywise to me, because he was more so playing with your actual fears. The entity it played on your fear, like it just as time went on, it did that. Pennywise got you from the jump, like we fucking you up.
I feel like the Smile entity didn't touch your fears at all. It created fears that you didn't know that you like. That closet scene, Jason. I'm sorry. That never crossed my mind to ever be a thing until I saw it in that movie. I said, what is this?
Okay, I can agree with you with that, but what I do love is that Pennywise,
Mike, you got to chill,
constantly does not care about opening a wound or bring back a subliminal or a memory you have put. What the hell is wrong with Mike? And bring back a memory you probably thought you had pushed way back into the dark parts of your brain. But I like Pennywise's pettiness, especially with how he did Ronnie and Lily. Ronnie more so than Lily, because Ronnie, when her mom was like, look what you did to me. You did this to me. And then it turned into the boom, 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 because let me tell you something. Anybody walk up on me like that, you're getting guffed in the mouth. I don't care if you got razor sharp teeth, just like what he did with Charlotte. Now, I loved how he did that with Charlotte in the sewer, where Charlotte was like, and then she started doing the pop locking. Looked like, she was on Breaking 2.
Oh my
and then all of a
gosh.
sudden, her mouth was wide. She had the razor teeth, and she's like, ah. And I'm like, ooh, you know what, baby? You get me.
We're gonna get to Leroy. Chris, what was your favorite dream sequence?
Oh, I'm gonna say Dick Halloran's.
Does this count?
Oh, yeah.
That was mine. That was mine.
Yeah, the reason why his grandfather, like that acting, I'm like, wow. Like
he shot his grandmother in the leg.
Yeah.
How you shoot my guardian angel, bro? What you doing?
How you shoot your wife in the leg, Jay?
I mean, he was beating on Anthony, though, because like
I know he was abusive. And I'm sorry, Chris, I don't want to take your moment, but it's that moment when he just goes, I know you've been talking to each other with your minds. And then all of a sudden he like, open that box. Oh, you're not? Tom, I thought, oh God damn, this nigga, needs a hug.
So if you watch Dr. Sleep, he mentions his relationship with his grandfather.
Right.
And so like those connections I thought was perfect. Because it wasn't too much. It very well.
And does anybody I was gonna say, anybody know who the actor was?
Yeah, it was Isaiah from Captain
Was there Bradley and also the voice
No, not in Dr. Sleep, but in Welcome to Derry.
Chris.
Who was the dad?
Who was the grandfather?
Granddad?
The actor that played the grandfather? I have no clue.
Because
I can look that up.
And if you notice something, you notice how Pennywise always puts his little touches on everybody he terrorizes. He didn't do it with Dick Halloran. The grandfather never changed.
Andrew Moody.
Andrew Moody. Thank you. He never transformed into something scary. He was just scary. Especially when he started laughing.
Yeah.
You gotta think he was what scared him. Because in every now even what was the so we talk about 1908 when he scared Rose and them as kids, and they were doing
he scared Francis, not Rose.
No, he scared her. He scared her.
He scared Rose.
He was dressed up like a pilgrim. Remember, he was dressed up like a pilgrim, scaring them. Like, damn, he's scared of the white people.
The colonization.
The colonial. That whole thing. I was like, oh shit.
No, you're right. But you didn't. But if you notice, you can see kind of deformed. They weren't real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you mean he didn't change? He didn't change because it was more of a to me it was a thing of you did this to Taniel, I'm gonna do it to you. Let's see how you like it.
Exactly. Oh, and poor Taniel. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, though.
Yeah.
Got Kirk.
Oh man.
Ivy. All right. So Lisa, what was your favorite dream sequence?
He got hit in the head, buddy. Oh yeah, he got hit in the head.
So he got curved.
Well, actually, I'm gonna have to piggyback off Jasmine with the whole birth thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's being a mother of 5. I don't know, but that scene just really stuck with me. And it it was also practical. Like it wasn't, like as much as like the little demon baby was cool, it was very, very CGI'd. Where it's this, it was like even the sound mixing, like it just was like creepy. It was scary.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you, Ab? What was your favorite? What was your favorite dream sequence? Or if we haven't touched on it, if we have, I got something else. I got something for Lisa.
I'm up in the air between two. Can I reveal the two?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first one is when Dick Halloran sent Pennywise back in time as Bob Gray.
Oh my God! Yes.
I feel like I knew he was gonna say
Yes.
I'm not Bob Gray.
Yeah.
He was distraught. and two, I don't know if this counts as a dream sequence, but all I know, because to me, it teeters the line because I thought it was a dream sequence until it wasn't. It was my nigga Will was on the phone with Ronnie.
Oh,
and then Pennywise's voice pop up. I'm not afraid if you guys are dancing and tripping. And my reaction when he hops off that fridge until he deadlighted him, you would have convinced me that was not real.
Right.
Yeah.
I said,
Speak up, I can't hear you.
You know what?
Pennywise is a bitch ass
I
nigga.
would have had a heart attack right on the spot.
Yeah.
I damn
Chase,
sure
I'm like, my bad. I was playing.
man, listen, that told me that moment told me, say, hey man, I gotta stop going out for drinks on Sunday nights before I watch these episodes.
I'm not gonna lie. Drunk.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why when Willow was on that phone and Pennywise took over, I had a Nightmare on Elm Street moment. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. I thought a tongue was coming. I thought the deadlights would come out of the receiver.
Crazy.
I would have been like, okay, you copied, but you did a good job, Penny. You did a good job. Good
Lisa,
job, buddy.
On that note, I'm gonna head out, y'all. Y'all have fun.
Ivy, thank you so much for joining us.
All right,
Lisa,
Ivy, take care, man.
Anything on your heart that you would like to speak about that we haven't?
Oh, me?
You, yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. We talked about Richie Tozer when that reveal came. I was wilding. You know what? I want to say Marge's arc because where she started, to where she ended, because I was not expecting to have that journey with her. I was not expecting to like her. And I was pleasantly surprised by, how it came to be, and how she proudly wore the eye patch, and she embraced. And I guess when you come across a homicidal alien clown, it really does put things to perspective for you.
It humbles you.
To where you were like, the patty cakes ain't nothing, like, bitch, come at me, you know what I mean? So I get it. And then the other thing was, I liked when the Native Americans were talking about how the fact that it sheds and it contaminates the water. Like, I knew from the books and everything like that, like, it has a power over the town, and how it can like creep into people at different times and kind of like shift their moods and push them. But I like this movie that the show gave you something tangible, like, it's because it sheds and it contaminates the water, which ew, gross. So
well, that's why it's a spider most of the time, because spiders do molt and they shed and skip. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I just hate spiders.
Oh, I was gonna say, I do want to, as much as I love our indigenous brothers and sisters, do want to say they had they ain't shit moment.
They did.
When they had their council.
They did.
And they were like, the augury has passed. One of them actually made sense. Shouldn't we tell these motherfuckers we could be doing more? And then Rose was like, well, think about it. we keep it contained. It does this. Think about all the people. You know, it's like the sacrifice of many to save the sacrifice of few to save the many.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Anthony, no. Anthony. Rose already dealt with that before.
Right.
All right. My homeboy, General Francis Shaw, who she basically told everything to, divulged to, like brought him into everything.
Right.
He experienced everything. And
Okay.
what did this dude do?
He got the military to come and get him. But that's when you trust white folk. You could have told the Negroes. Because there's one thing that black folks don't do when it comes to the supernatural.
It's play with it.
We don't bullshit it. We don't play with it.
Don't.
Definitely don't.
And also, I will say, shout out to the elder who told them, see you assholes in 27 years. He said, we done, we out. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, because it was the younger folks in the group that were like, we can do so much more to save. We need to let people know. And you're right. Rose did remember 1908 and was like, nah, we can't tell people this. We cannot tell people about this. We will contain how we've contained and we're good. And my last thing is the caravan. That is still one of the most beautiful shots of that whole season too. Is the caravan of children. Pied Piper. It was like an R. Kelly video.
Yeah,
it tripped me the hell out.
As he was, floating by it. Yeah,
you'll float too and get pissed on at the same time.
Whew.
Well,
Look.
Seems like
I believe I can fly.
Okay, but
they flew. They floated. Hello.
Man, listen, it's gone, Lisa. It's gone.
Okay, you know what?
But
let it be.
My question to y'all is just a funny question. Do y'all think Pennywise would be as scary as he is if he was 5'3"?
Yes. Diminutive clowns? Yes.
What about Tiptoe size?
Like Chucky size?
I mean, like,
y'all know what that Tiptoe like?
Oh, yeah.
See him as a little baby wreak havoc? Yeah, he'd still be scared.
Yes. Jazz, you see a roach. What you do?
I kill it. I'm not scared of roaches.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, that big brick. My bad.
Look,
my bad.
I don't see him that often, but no, I ain't scared of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, but no, I was just asking because like he's
okay.
he's very tall, and a lot of the scenes throughout the season, he basically got larger. And so
Bill Skarsgård is what, 6'3"?
If not
6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's the tallest of the brothers. I know that. Okay. So yeah. And then he gets taller. So yeah,
because he did that a few times in this, especially during the scene where they were in the forest when he was chasing after the two kids when they were doing the flashback, which that scene was kind of scary as well. I was like, goodness gracious, boy. The horror elements in this I thought was great.
The forced perspective. Oh, but yeah, that was just wrong of him. He shouldn't have done that.
Nah, he should have. Shaw needed his ass.
I know he should. You're right, but the way he caught that,
he should have did a little bit more than Shaw. In all honesty, because Shaw was on some bullshit.
I do love when he says, "You can go. You're free. You can go." He just goes, "I never forget a smell." I'm like, "Oh shit, here it is."
Nigga, he got you.
Francis.
Yeah, going back to the size thing. What to bring it to practical things. I'm not scared of roaches or crickets or grasshoppers or dragonflies or frogs or lizards.
They fly in your face.
Or snakes. No. Well, don't. Roaches and palmetto bugs, different things. So that's what I was getting to. I'm not scared of any of those things. Oh, pick it up. I'm not scared of any of those things. A palmetto, bitch, I'm gone. I'm gone.
A what?
I'm gone. Palmetto bug. It'll make sense. I know it don't make sense. I have no fear for the bigger things. I'll even pick them up. But a palmetto bug?
I've never heard of that. I don't even know what that is.
lose it.
That must be one of them Philadelphia roaches.
No.
Or Florida one.
It's
Florida.
Florida.
It's Floridia.
It's like a large. They're palmetto bugs, but they're in the roach family, but they're large. And
it's the ones with the big thorax and that flying cockroaches.
and we can
They
start
come up
talking about
close and personal.
it.
Okay.
We can talk. I'll be honest with you. I did have a moment where when my daughter was younger, the oldest was she was on my lap, and one flew across the room at me, and I pushed her off, and I realized it was a beetle, and I was like, "Oh, damn, I ain't shit." All right, but I at least knew where I was.
Oh, coward ass.
So we gotta, one person we haven't really spoke on was Ingrid.
She pissed me off. She's so dumb.
What's wrong with
Baby Kirsch, baby.
Oh my God.
What Miss Kirsch did? She doesn't want to.
She should have been at Juniper Hill.
She doesn't want her daddy.
No,
Ooh,
she's got
she's
daddy
so-
issues.
Yes.
She got daddy issues.
Her.
What you
said
got,
what,
Chris?
Chris?
I have a question about her. Do you think so? Do you think that the affair that she had with Hank? Do you think that she planned all of that from the beginning, or do you think that she just took advantage of the situation?
I think she took
advantage.
That's
I
a good
think
question.
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think advantage.
I'm thinking there's no way to be that calculated. That's kind of wild.
No.
Okay.
Now my
No, because-
question is,
Oh, go ahead.
how did Hank get freed from the bus going to Shawshank? That's my question.
The car,
Right.
the accident.
Something attacked the bus, is what he said.
I think it
Yeah,
might have
that's
been
right.
Ingrid.
You think it was who?
I think Ingrid had
might-
something to do with
Ingrid
it.
might have had something to do with it.
I thought that was Pennywise.
I thought it was Pennywise.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really?
Why
Well,
would Pennywise want to wreck the van?
Well,
I
I
would have
think
been scared. Everybody would have been scared going to Shawshank.
Well, I think by that, and that's what I was wondering, like when the plan started, because I think that they saw an opportunity that, like, hey, if they want to already kill this guy, they don't feel like there's justice. If he gets free, that could rile people up and turn them into a lynch mob. So that's why I thought that it was Pennywise, but I wasn't sure if that was the plan, because she's obviously the one that called about, like, the black spot.
Called the tip.
Black spot and
Yeah,
all
she
of
called
that.
the tipping.
Right.
That's why I was thinking that maybe that it was like, hey, we can do this, like we can rile these people up because they all need a big event, and up to that time they didn't have a big event like planned. So that's why I think that Pennywise attacked the van. They didn't even say that the others got killed, but we don't know what happened. But I think just to let him go and then let the lynch mob do their thing, like she coordinated to have him in a spot, and then she does everything she did.
Well, they
But
wrote it
kept her-
down, but the news report said that people in the bus had died.
Yeah.
Including the notorious Negro killer Hank Grogan.
No.
Yes.
No, they
He got
He
away.
was on
got
the
away.
run. Everybody else died. He was on the run. Remember, they thought he died. They thought he died. They thought he died in a black spot. That's when they thought he died. They didn't think he died on the bus.
Okay. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's fuck Miss Kirsch all day,
So-
even though she turned into a big titty creature.
Since we are talking about her, I do want to say the episode where it was a flashback of her with the little girl going into the sewage. That scene I thought was 10 out of 10 because it was in black and white and the blood was in red, which intensified. Right, yeah. Like intensified the fear in that. And second, hold on, let me get this out. First off, you got a little kid with you that's not your kid, that's somebody else's kid. And then you run from a creature that's in a sewage and you're running ahead of the child. So the child is behind you and you like, come on. And then the little girl falls. Like, sis, why you didn't pick that little girl up and run? But she was a little slow.
All these
She
little
wanted
white
her
girls
daddy.
fall. All these little white girls fall in here though, because
That's true. Lily fell in the sewage. And she over there talking about, you guys wait. Look, I would ignore the hell out of her. I'm still going. I'm not turning around.
Wait, who?
But also, I personally think this is the first time she did it, because keep in mind, she continues to do it until you get the next augury in 1935. She is feeding kids to see her dad. Yeah, she's sick.
I don't
She's completely sick.
I don't now with that. I don't know how often she did it in 19. So maybe that's what 1935 could be about, like her going and feeding her. But now, based on how it seemed, that was an accident. That was just happenstance. It happened.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is the first time.
Okay, so that was not. But then after that, I feel like she hadn't done it again until she called them to the black, called the people to the black spot. to pull up.
Because she did tell Lily every time I'd see him, it would only be for a short time, and then he would disappear again. And when Lily shanked her with the whatever was that with the dagger, she had cut her Kirsch's hand in the and again, props to whoever choreographed and did that scene in the attic, how Mrs. Kirsch just rises up behind Lily. She's coming up the stairs, but the way she just pops up into frame was so cool. And those little hidden things to say, wait a minute, she's not right. She had little balloons on her outfit, mostly red. She always had something that had a little red, shape on it, kind of looked like a balloon on her clothing. She liked black men. She was suspicious.
She was just too believing. That was my issue. She just, oh, I believe you, honey. And they tried to make her like she wasn't even a nurse. She was a goddamn. She was cleaning up the hospital. She
was an orderly.
She wasn't helping the people.
She was just a janitor.
Why is the janitor taking kids to the basement?
That is a good question, actually. That's a really good question.
At night, though, ain't nobody was up. And again, Juniper Hill, what do you think they don't care? As long as we could do lobotomies and electroshock therapy.
It's crazy.
Do whatever you want to do to them kids. Have fun.
So something was off so much about her that in the beginning, like I thought she was Pennywise messing with Lily. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was so off in the beginning. I thought she was Pennywise messing with Lily until I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But my radar never went down.
Yeah. And rest in peace to the actress who played old Mrs. Kirsch, who came back. That was her final scenes.
Yes.
In this season, man. Rest in peace to her. She did a wonderful job, man. Because baby, now in Derry, no one ever truly dies. I'm like, okay.
Man, that callback to that was so
perfect.
Good, yo.
It was perfect.
That was so good. And it explained why she saw her later.
Yeah.
And I love the dead light of Mrs. Kirsch. That was dope as hell. You could have let that motherfucker go to sleep.
Yeah, when she pulls out, it looked at her. I was like, all right.
When he looked at her, he was like, "Oh, you tripping, sis? What's happening right now? Like, who you are?
Get your hand off me, woman.
Hands off me."
Now wait.
Then he called that. You know what? I'm leaving with something.
Now the other thing in there. Imagine pulling up to the rally. You got your hood on. You done killed up a gang of niggas. You pulling off and your car don't start. That's worse than having. That's worse than having on a bad hood.
And he was over like, "Yo, wait!" And they drove off. Now I'm gonna be honest. If I was the person in that car, I'd be like, "You did? I'm out of here." Like none of them stopped to save him or like to get him or nothing.
Here's my question though. What did y'all think of Phil's dad?
Phil's dad was tripping, but I get it. He's the one.
Phil's dad was the one who ran up on Hank when they were shipping him to Shawshank.
Oh, that was it. Oh,
and he was one of the lynch. He was one of the mob.
Yeah,
he was the one who was just standing there. Right.
He said, "You killed my kids." So he pulled up on him. He pulled up on him there. And then he didn't lead the charge to the black spot, but he was in the crew that went to the black spot as well.
And he had second thoughts.
I'm not leaving until Grogan. I know Grogan is dead. They're like, oh, they good. They fried. They barbecued up in there.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's real crazy about that? I don't know if I was watching Screen Crush or Heavy Spoilers. That moment with Phil's dad where he's standing there, he's not. I'm not leaving until I see Grogan's charge remains, whatever, blah blah blah. You could look at his face and you could tell that the augury is done because he starts to have the face of regret. Like he starts to think about what he just did. Like, oh wait, was I a part of this shit? Like the fog is lifting, because that's the thing about the augury is that's when Pennywise is at its most powerful, and it's the fog of anger, emotion, fear. Everything just comes like a huge rolling tide. And I'm not talking about Alabama,
Please
but
don't.
I'm sorry, but Roll Tide. But again, it's one of those issues where it's like hate, when hate leads and the situation is over, regret comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Now his car start, that's cool. But Stan Kirsch,
Yeah,
bro, just start walking. Just start walking.
he would have
I
still
would
been
have said
alive.
you'd have got away with it, but it's on military land. So you kind of you killed military people. So Stan wouldn't have got away with it if it was just, oh yeah, ooh, they fell right here and it just happened to be, regular Derry. Brogan would have let him go.
Well, they covered it up. They said it was like an electrical fire or something.
Yeah, the government covered it up.
But even they covered up like Pennywise and like the black people being murdered. So
that
like
was whatchamacallit. That was all Francis.
No. Well, oh yeah, but I'm saying like you were saying that he wouldn't have gotten away with it, but I feel like the military was always going to cover that up.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. But what I'm saying is, let's say Pennywise wasn't the hunt, and it was just straight up killing. I know it's 1962, but to me, I would say Francis would have had some kind of heart. But he tells LeRoy in his argument, shit is changing, things are going crazy, women's lib, civil rights,
Yeah.
the hippies, all this stuff is happening, and the communists are kicking our asses. So yeah, I don't think he would have cared if black folks would have got burned up. Although I do want to say shout out to all those black souls that jump on Dick Halloran, and one of them said, "You better kill every last one of them fucking crackers." Because one was yelling, "Why did it happen? What's going on?" They had a woman like, "I don't know what's wrong. Why did they do this to me?" And then there was one on his left side that said, "You better kill every one of them crackers." I was like, yeah, vengeful spirits. You gotta love them.
Yeah. Within that, what did y'all think about the black spot though? Like, pre-white people coming into it.
Sinners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harpo's juke joint.
Yeah.
I thought about Lovecraft Country when they started building it. They started building that little place, and the whole everybody was inside of it. That's when Tick first found out he had that entity in him.
How you bring a Lovecraft Country a mile over
Community.
again?
Not the television show, but Community. That's what I saw.
Yeah. You mean the definition?
Yeah, the definition of community.
Yeah.
Sadly, again, community that opens up their hearts to the wrong motherfuckers. Now, I'm not saying that young white woman brought the drama. Although when old boy called her name out, look, you're just sullying yourself. Get out of here.
She said, "I was just saying." Yeah, I was just saying.
She ain't saying
but you're singing the devil's music. Yeah, it wasn't like she was shaking her shimmy like Suge Avery. Richie was hitting them drums.
Listen, just them welcoming him and just being like, "Hey, kids, you know how to play the drums?" And he was just like, "Yeah," because Marge was scared. Marge was like, "I don't think we should be here." He was like, "Nah, we good."
He was right. That was my question. I know it was for the plot, but why them grown people should not let them kids stay in that club?
Of course. I mean, yeah, because
they've never been around
like the plot, but I'm like,
but no, but that's real though. Black people are
very real.
Black people are very inviting, and they'll just let that's just, and that's us. Also, the indigenous people downfall. They allow people in, and then
it comes to bite them in the ass.
It bites them in the ass. Now I did think when he was, because I don't know what you call those that he was using initially.
Oh, the brushes.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was like. I was like, then he pulled the sticks. I'm like, oh, he finna get us killed. Get him out of here. Get Richie out of here. What are you doing?
No, the brushes give
clearly they playing for in my mind it was for the sound, not the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but not saying, because it still gives a sound when you
right. Well, the brushes, I used to play drums, not professionally, but in band. The brushes gives that it slides across the skin. Yeah, you still get kind of a pop of the skin, but when you rub it, it reverberates, so you get that. That's what Richie was doing. He was playing more jazz style.
Yeah.
And then when he broke them sticks out, I was like, all right, Richie about to let the world know I'm Cuban. I play the drum.
I knew he was gone.
I'm about to go off.
That's what I said. My boy finna die, man.
Yeah, because he was having too much joy. It was too much joy.
It kept playing with Marge. It kept playing with Marge or him, and I'm like, man, it's gonna be one of them. And I'm like, bro, he did that. I'm like, it's Richie.
I loved his arc because initially, like, he was just kind of like the goofball, kind of like, I don't want to say the comic relief, but kind of was like the goofball. So I'm glad that they gave him other characteristics instead of just being kind of the silly kid. Because by the end, like, he had like a full arc, and like, I mean, he introduced the spiritual aspect. Like, my boy is like kind of like a nurse, could have been a nurse. He is like, is musically inclined. So they gave him just a lot of things. So I'm glad they really did that and that's something I really appreciated with the show, is that all of the characters were very like multifaceted. They weren't just like Will was the smart one, but he wasn't the nerd. Veronica Arani like was kind of hot-headed, and that kind of was her character. But she also has some leadership qualities. Lily was like kind of schizo, but she also has some leadership qualities too. So like everyone was multifaceted. So I'm glad they gave that to Rich as well.
But also, if you look at it, Rich was also an outsider, just like Will. Rich is Cuban.
Yeah.
It don't go well. And they had a few little micro aggressions towards him in school. But I will say his final moments with Marge, man, when he's telling him, and he's like, I saw you and I couldn't stop staring. And you looked at me and you said, take a picture. It lasts longer. And I'm like, damn, Marge, you a bitch.
He said, I didn't understand it then, but I
didn't take it like you were being ugly. And I love that moment.
I said, man, that was that. Now this is
little Babalu ass nigga.
30 years ago. Was it 30? Yeah, 30 years ago. They did this. It didn't make sense because two people could have done it. Titanic is what I'm talking about, if you haven't caught it. But in this scene here, they made sure that you knew
that only one can fit.
Only one can fit. And I said, no. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, why did he could have tried to figure out something in
I thought he was gonna go wear the fridge.
His whole thing was he had to make sure she stayed.
She was fine. Yeah.
He had to make sure the night stayed on his fair lady. And I was like, this man here, man.
So I lost a champion.
I cried.
What you got, Lisa?
7 and 8. Woo, non-stop crying.
Yeah,
for sure. So before I hop off, I had a question, like not a question, but like the fact that Will and Ronnie they had their kiss, right? And Ronnie was like, she was like, you earned this, dog. And the thing is, they said, it says that you forget when you leave. So Will was staying, and he said, I'm gonna just write you, and maybe me writing you, then you won't forget. So these are the two that had Mike, correct? Like this, that's Mike's mom.
I don't think it's been confirmed.
No, in the book.
Oh, the bookers.
In the book, Veronica's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead. She's one of the voices that she's Bev's friend in the book. Again, they taking liberty with the characters. If you go back, Veronica Brogan is a friend of Bev.
Oh, okay. Oh, not about that. Familiar.
And she's dead. She's who Bev hears in the pipes. So, but again, they're taking liberties from the book. That's a change. So Ronnie's alive. So Ronnie could come back to Derry, meet with Will, have Mike, and then turn into crispy critters in the meat locker.
Yeah.
We don't know.
She wouldn't be Bev's friend, right?
Huh?
She wouldn't be Bev's friend with the age gap.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. Not in this, not in the way that it's in the show. But in the book, they were the same age. They were kids. So I think Will is the connection, just like his son will be, and he'll keep his promise. And I think Ronnie comes back, and thus,
Can you imagine being Ronnie though? Like the further away from Derry, like you forget, but you keep getting these letters from some boy.
Like,
he's reminding you.
Girl, remember when we fought that crazy ass clown? Nigga, who are you?
Well, Jazz, you haven't seen it, but there's a movie that's directly about this. It's called The Notebook. You should check it out.
I'll have to put that.
Jazz is gonna curse you out like she did me when I made her watch a black and white movie. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Anthony, I didn't cuss you out, but I did say I turned that off in like 30 seconds.
Yes, you did. And I felt like it
cursed
me out.
Jazz would like The Notebook. You got there's so many people that she like in that movie.
It is.
I think she would like it.
I'm gonna check it out.
What's the one? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna add it to my list in February.
Yeah.
What you finna say? What movie you finna say?
What's the other one that has a kind of like a time travel sequence with? Is it The Boathouse?
You talking about the one
where they leave letters in the mailbox?
What's that? I know what you're talking about. No, it's not. That's not the name of it.
The Lake House. Okay. The Lake House.
No. It's not the Lake House. No, I don't think it's.
Finally,
Hold on, it might be. Hold on, it's.
Oh, this edit gonna be crazy, bro.
Like not the astronaut wife. Damn, I'm tripping, bro.
It's gonna kill me, man.
Hey, girl, you just run that all through and chop.
Anthony, we got too many.
No, I understand.
I was gonna say, like, I thought it was very funny that the kids took pills and went into the sewage. So they down there high, which is so crazy to go into a sewage to try to go kill a killer clown, and y'all high to keep from being scared. But you see that they got fully straight once they actually saw it.
Sober up real quick.
They never got sober so quick.
I didn't like that. For the most part, they was pretty smart kids. However, I didn't like that Maddie, that's been dead, that's been gone for 5-6 months, just pop back up, and y'all don't go talk to y'all mamas, y'all daddies. At least Will to be like, hey, that white boy that was missing because Grogan, they said Grogan killed him. What? Grogan didn't kill him. He wasn't part of their crew.
Right.
However, I still would have took him to the police or something. Like, hey, here go one of the, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to the sewer with him.
When he popped up, I said, Pennywise don't keep nobody alive. Like, Penny ain't keeping nobody alive, and he's not letting you escape. So I'm sitting here like, this shit can't be trusted.
But remember what he told them: no police, because no one's gonna believe us.
Right.
And they're gonna send me back to where I don't want to be, which is my abusive father. I don't want to go home. I need y'all to just help because Phil is alive.
The biggest red flag was he said, I'd rather go back in the sewage than my daddy house.
Jazz.
You been where everybody is dead at?
I can kind of understand that.
Well, it's like, do you want to go to death row or bad boy?
Yeah, I just had that conversation too.
We sure did.
Yeah, I'm a bad boy. I'm never going to the west side.
Yeah,
you going to Bad Boys?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason don't mind taking that.
The Bad Boys? Okay, good luck getting paid.
Jason Jason Diddy gonna be like, I'm gonna pay you in other ways.
West Coast.
Diddy gonna pay you. Diddy gonna pay you in other ways.
You signed up for death row with Suge?
No, hold, and not to turn this into another. I'm just gonna be quick. Death Row. You ran into Death Rows when Death Row issues with Death Row when you collaborated with them. Like if Anthony is Suge Knight and he's like, "Yo, Chris, do this beat for me," and I do the beat, this nigga just wouldn't pay you. And then when you ask to get paid, this nigga will whoop your ass or have a nigga rape you, dead ass. Like this shit was wilding, bro. So like, you just don't gotta like. That's what would happen, So like, if you like. Okay, with some wild business practices with you, like, but like he would pay you better than like Diddy would. Diddy, you getting fucked in the ass, not getting paid. Like,
and you get to listen to G Dep's special delivery when he show up.
Yeah.
All right, this is about it
Y'all
and
had-
Pennywise.
y'all niggas wild.
Sorry about that, Jazz.
Y'all, we wildin'. Okay, Chris, it's you.
No,
Take this money.
I'm just giving y'all the
Now let's get it.
That's all I'm saying. One thing, hold on, something I wanted to point out. One critique I did have of the show, and I get it, it's like adults writing for kids. Some of the child's writing, like some of the lines I thought were like a little bit shaky. And I think some people are focusing on like the acting of the kids, and they're child actors. I think they did a good job, but some of the lines I thought were just like a little bit like, but I get it. Like if you asked me to write for like a 12-year-old today, I wouldn't really know how to do that. And you asked me how to write for a 12-year-old from 1962, that's tough.
Yeah.
And like doing like Black characters, Hispanic characters. So it is a tough ask, but I would say like indigenous characters. So if there is one criticism outside of the CGI, that's like probably the one.
Yeah.
They talked about that, and they were saying that you know, and that's where the kids came in. Like as far as how they speak, but they said now as far as with how they spoke back then, they just watched a lot of film on the 60s to try to get that nailed down as much as they can. Because they said
it's a lot of stilted writing.
Because they said Richie and Marge, they characters, which Matilda and Arian, they kept on dropping F-bombs like it's just improv. And it was like, yeah, it was kids didn't really say the F word back in the day like that. Like we can't.
They said y'all gotta scale that shit back.
Yeah,
this is not 2025.
They let her get that one off. In that one scene, it was like, yeah, y'all ain't just gonna keep on dropping F-bombs every time y'all improv.
Well, but also those back then were considered, you know, the bad kids, the ruffians, the thugs, the ne'er-do-wells. And these aren't supposed to be ne'er-do-well kids. They're just kids. They're Americana, you know, even with Richie being, you know, Latino Cuban at the height of, you know, Cuba and United States and communism. Because he made a remark about it. You know, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, Richie, we good, Rich. You keep doing you, you know. But I don't know, man. I'm hype after watching this season. I am super, like, I really want to see the next season. But the one thing I do love, and this is why I say props to Andy and Barb, whoever did the music. The theme song is done by two sisters known as Patience and Prudence. And they have another song that played in the movie, but in the show, but I don't know what episode. And it is the creepiest, most kids shouldn't be singing this song at all, because the song is called Tonight You Belong to Me. And I'm telling you, when you hear the song, a lot of folks are using it on Twitter nowadays for their little videos. And they doing the slow-mo, like they bringing the pitch down so it's real creepy. But if you watch every episode again, listen to the theme song. Because after Pennywise's introduction, the theme song, it gets darker. And there's these noises. Huh? It's there. It's very faint, but it's there.
It happens about halfway through the intro. Then you start hearing that little tune
more and more
as if it turns up in each episode. But you got listen all the way through, and I ain't got time for that. I'm
right. People skip the intro, and
I'll be watching it.
You be skipping the intro?
Yeah,
the intro is cool as hell.
Yeah.
After the first one, you don't need it. It's the same thing.
But hold on, is
True,
it though?
But it's still cool.
I thought the intro.
Eggs,
I thought they updated the intro depending on the episode.
Nah, it was just the music.
Nah, I don't.
It's just the music cue.
Yeah,
it's just the music cue.
I like a lot of nice Easter eggs in it though. Like just show.
Yeah.
The Ironworks explosion, the 35 shootout. And I still love the fact of the first time I saw it, I didn't pay attention, but the second time they did the intro for the 35 massacre, Pennywise just chilling on the building like Spider-Man, knocking them out, just shooting with a Tommy gun, man. I'm killing myself.
Who's the rapper supposed to be?
Huh?
Who?
The rabbit. It's the rabbit that's like after.
That's at the ironworks. The ironworks explosion. It was this big function that they had.
Oh, was it on Easter?
Yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, there was.
The thing blew up.
Yep, it was on Easter. Yep.
Yeah, and
I forgot
about how many people died? 88. And I think
so.
a quarter of them were children or something like that from the paper, from the paper clipping. So, because you remember they show it in the first episode when Phil and Teddy and what's Phil's sister?
If you read them newspaper articles throughout each of the movies, it kind of it talks about it in each one.
It shows them all. Okay.
When I caught it in chapter 1, I was like, oh shit, okay, that's
because I really.
I know.
Oh, okay, because I really thought the old Native American guy, I think in chapter 2 or chapter 1, I thought that was Tanya. I really thought that was Tanya.
Well, we saw what happened to him.
But shout out to Tanya for that run in the sewers because that motherfucker was bowling out.
I was like, why are you shooting at him? So I'm like, yo, relax.
He been wanting to kill him. He been wanting to put a bullet in Tanya. I thought that's who killed Tanya when they killed him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a regular soldier. It wasn't the lieutenant that did.
Yeah. But one Easter egg. Well, I don't know if it's much of an Easter egg, but it's something that I noticed when I did my rewatch of It Chapter 2. The scene where all of them got back together and they were out eating and they opened up the fortune
restaurant
and all those creatures came out. So one of the little creatures looks like the baby from episode 1. It didn't have the 2 faces though. It only had one. Baby. Yes. Yeah. So it only had one face, but then it had a creature that came out of the fortune cookie that had like the wings. And so I was just
Could
like
have been pieces.
Right. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I mean, I might be reaching, but we're doing that rewatch and then of course watching the show, I'm like, them little creatures that you don't just randomly think about that. You probably was like, oh, let's put that over here. So
I don't think it's a reach anymore now that Pennywise say, hey, I live in all times. I'm here.
Yeah.
Like I live outside of time. So I'm encompassed in everything. So yeah, that everything is foretelling. Everything is foretelling.
Yeah. He's very intentional in the stuff that he do. And then they brought up like the fog that went around. It's at the mist, and he's like, no, it's not that. I'm sorry. He said,
no,
it's just
I thought at first I was like, oh shit, are we gonna get red-eyed zombies? All right, I'm good. Let's make it happen. No, I'm sorry, that was the fog. That was John Carpenter. The mist is where the creatures were in the
like aliens
in the fog.
Yeah,
the aliens. Yeah,
that movie so good. Oh my god, both the fog.
Also, Project Arrowhead, which is a staple of Stephen King's writing. Project Arrowhead they're saying that Francis Shaw, General Shaw's group is the precursor to Project Arrowhead. If you read Firestarter, that's the group that experimented on with psychic powers, telekinesis, and old girl Drew Barrymore's character, but I can't remember her name in the book or in the movie. She's the first to actually have pyrokinesis. So they really try to exploit her. There's a bunch of Easter eggs. The Chinese restaurant that they go to in 2 is in the show. Pearl of the Orient.
Probably a lot of this.
Really?
We could do Easter eggs. We could probably do the Easter egg game.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because I want to
definitely.
I was gonna say I want to throw out another one. Is when what's the boy that Maddie, when he popped up in their little area where they was hanging out, he was in the tent, and the tent was bright yellow that looked like Georgie's rain jacket. Because I thought I was
again.
I know.
Yeah, they got another like not necessarily an Easter egg, but something a trail that they follow throughout the season. Was Richie talking about he had to go pee? Like they kind of followed that up throughout the entire. It was one more. It was like I want to say it was when he was talking to her at the end, he said knights don't only have to pee in cups, but they protect people as well. And that was just like a little funny because it started with him telling him about the spaceman the first man that went to space had to pee on himself because they had to
That's
fix the
true.
suit.
Right.
So
Okay.
I didn't catch
dope to see
that.
them, you know.
I think because that is interesting. This is kind of random, but y'all know the actress who plays Ingrid is 67?
I didn't
Who
know
plays
that.
Miss
but
Kirsch now? The young Miss Kirsch. Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Madeline Stone.
yeah, like she's
Stone?
67.
Yeah. Madeline Stowe. She's been
She's been
around. my
acting
butt.
for years.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's everything she playing. You can't trust her.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
not
much.
true. No, because she was in The General's Daughter. You could trust her in that. And then I'm looking at the catalog, Jason. So because I've seen her in a few things, but a TV show she was in where you definitely couldn't trust her was called Revenge. Yeah, nah. She was a villain in that. So that's how I knew. I was like, she probably gonna be a villain in this too.
Again, her and James Remar, they do it to you every time. And I gotta say, man, James Remar as Francis Shaw, how he played his character was so nice, was very understanding, was very sweet. And then here come the knife. And I was like, you did it to me again. You did it to me again, Gans. But it's all right.
He is a villain, but like he's not evil per se.
No, he's stuck in time.
Yeah,
he's stuck in this time.
Because I don't even think, because I felt like how he was treating LeRoy was authentic, and
it was.
Yeah, so I don't think he was even a bad guy per se. I just think he was very misguided, and I feel like he was very arrogant and stuck in his ways, because even Rose straight up told him, was like, yo, you cannot contain this, and he was like, we'll see. And it's like that's just that hubris. So he was like, I don't know, like a lot of people saying he's the villain of the show, and he kind of.
I didn't see him as the.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Ooh,
I don't think he's a top 3.
Yeah, he is top 3. What do you mean?
Okay. Okay, Anthony, who would you say is more of a villain, excluding Pennywise, of course?
Charlotte.
What? Oh, Jazz, who do you think? This nigga's
you know what? Right, I'm like the black woman is crazy.
Look, Kirsch, like off the top, Kirsch, but it took a while for Kirsch to show her villainy, but you could understand her villainy, which is still effed up.
Yeah.
I didn't see Shaw as a bad guy until he did bad guy things, and that was in episode 7 and 8.
He was doing bad guy things the entire season.
What you mean?
No. He
got LeRoy beat up.
He did get LeRoy beat up.
LeRoy beat up.
No, he got LeRoy beat up to see if he could trust LeRoy and see if LeRoy would.
He manipulated Dick to use his powers for evil.
True.
He then went back home. He manipulated Rose to figure out where to go to get the pillars to do what? What was he doing for the pillars? He wasn't trying to take them to Russia. He told us America is losing it. I don't like women's rights. You got the Civil War. You got civil rights going on. I don't want no more civil rights. I don't want no more civil wars. I'm finna release it. He said it's not the war without, it's the war within.
War within.
I need fear in the world. He said to make people obey.
Well, but also keep in mind.
What? That's out of context.
Jason. He said shit is chaos and I need to kill y'all. Nah, you make a good point. You make a good point.
Out of context. He didn't say
this is Thanos. This is Thanos. This is Thanos saying, I didn't have it when I was a kid. I'm gonna make sure everybody get it now. Like that out of context, it sounds okay when you say it like that. When you say, well, how are you going to achieve that, Thanos? I'm gonna kill everybody I'm gonna kill half the world.
But Jason, okay, so let me ask this, because I think Thanos was right, but he just had a very bad execution. So do you think Shaw was right, but he just had a bad execution?
No. Execution. They had great execution. They had horrible plans. What they wanted to do was horrible. They were willing to sacrifice regular people to get to their plan.
So you mean the regular actions of the U.S. government?
Exactly.
That's what I mean. So yeah, no. So if you want to say U.S. government, are we saying U.S. government over Shaw, or are we saying Shaw? Because I want to know who sanctioned him to do this. That's what I want to know.
He the general, so it could have been him.
Well, but general still got to go through.
He got to be. He was backed. You got to have backing in that situation.
Yeah, you got to have backing. And the president.
Bosses. You still have bosses. You don't have that.
Still have bosses.
Yeah, true.
And
you still got to talk to the
yeah.
president. You
That's true.
still
That's
got to talk. He might have been, depending on his stars, he could be a 1-star general.
true.
Anybody with more stars than him is his boss, is his higher up. So if we looking at Francis Shaw is really just the stereotypical American patriot.
Yeah.
Who
Facts.
would rather, how do I control the masses? Well, fear. Everybody gets scared, even the most toughest motherfucker who say, I ain't afraid of nothing. I fear no man, but because man is not God. You got to fear, buddy. And we're going to tap into it and we're going to use it. So 27, he was okay with a mass slaughter that would bring fear, but also bring back control. And you got a good run for 27 years. Once that 27 years come, once it ends, all right, bring the fear back. We have to continually teach the masses this is what it is. Comply or die. Play it how you want.
That was dumb because the 27 is based on what was already in place. You have not changed something. You don't know what.
Yeah, happened. You broke it. You broke it once
this nigga, he in this pit of blood sleep.
Yo, did you see his face when he said, "Oh shit, I'm up"?
Yeah, you know what I
nigga was mad.
He was
the way his eyes sounded when his eyes opened, and then they went. Because it kept going left to right. He's like, wait a minute. And he got that crazy right eye.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, y'all done woke this motherfucker.
Well, that was a horrible plan, and I think it was bad execution. So
very much so.
Because that plan, like, I don't know, like, just the logistics is one of those things that sound good until you start doing it. And it's like, what am I actually doing?
Here's my thing, Chris. Those pieces came from outer space and fell and resisted the heat of entering Earth's Earth's atmosphere. And when it hit ground in the impact, it just broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit just melted so goddamn easily.
Yeah, I think that's the one time you got to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, I had to. I was like, wait a minute.
That out. That's like fire did it, just like some lava,
Because there's fire coming in when you're coming into Earth's atmosphere. You know what?
Horror's always going to give you one thing that you just gotta ignore.
Run with it.
Yeah,
you're right. Just run with it. But,
and like with like I feel like I can kind of like going back to Shaw's character. Like I wasn't like I'm not defending him. Like I don't think that he hated those people. I think that he sees those things are like ruining the world. So it's not like he's anti-women or. It do sound racist when you say it out loud, but I think from his perspective, all of those things, it sound crazy when you say like, oh, the civil rights movement, the women's movement, but it's almost like you have to cause a little bit of anarchy and some unrest to get that change. And he's like, nah, none of y'all niggas having anything. We all gonna be the same. There's gonna be, it's just gonna be communism. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take everything away and everyone's gonna be on the same level. So like there's no reason to like have any sort of unrest. So I can kind of get the thinking, but it's a terrible plan.
True. And you know what it also is? It's like, okay, he's a child of the 1900s. He's a kid. He's an adolescent in 1908, an adult in 1935, an old ass curmudgeon in 1962. He has seen change besides being scared as fuck. But then, he loses it because he leaves Derry, but he has seen the world change in front of his eyes. Mm-hmm. All of that innocent, seeing the world through innocent eyes is gone, right? 9 out of 10, he's been in war because you're not going to be a general sitting on your ass. You had to do some dirt. Yeah, and I mean, it's 1908.
Shit,
by 19
World War One.
Yeah, he's a kid. He probably two.
He's the wildest wars.
Right. So he's seen some things, and now he's starting to see the America that he grew up in, where a man is a man and a woman knew her place and niggas knew the fields.
Yeah,
shit's changing.
Yeah.
And now women are saying, I am women, hear me roar. I am here. You're starting to see movements. Black folks are saying, hey, we tired of y'all trying to bust our heads open. We want those fucking rights that were supposed to be given to us from the jump. You also see communism is becoming, he's in the Red Scare era. But you're also starting to see there's some Americans that are, communism might not be too bad. Too many changes.
Yep.
And he is in his 60s. I'm going to give him that. I'm not dealing with these goddamn changes. all you little hippie ass motherfuckers, all you marching ass Negroes. And this is 1962. We haven't gotten to King's March, the march in Washington. We're at the height of bus boycott. Medgar about to get popped. King is about to King is there. Malcolm is at his apex. It ain't but a year or two later, Malcolm is killed. So the civil rights movement is at its peak. Yeah. So Shaw's looking at this and going, no. Sure, I was scared. I almost pissed myself in a forest. But you niggas and you bitches? Oh, no. Y'all not going to change my goddamn America.
So, Jazz, you telling me Shaw
excuse my language.
Villains in this motherfucker?
I changed my mind, Jason. Goddamn, I hate you. You changed my mind.
You said Shaw? I would probably, because a piece of me wants to put Bowers over Shaw, mainly because Bowers is trash as fuck for centuries and generations. His bloodline is garbage. Bowers was a police officer.
He's the chief.
He was the one who pretty much started the whole lynch mob. Was like, well, I'm not a cop anymore, but we did get a call that where dude might be is at the Black Club. Because if he never would have went there, that lynch mob never would have went to the black spot. He brought them
and
there.
That's whatchamacallit's grandfather, Henry.
Exactly.
And also he started off as like trying to do the right thing. But that peer pressure got to him.
Yeah, he was going to leave it be.
That they made him, because Henry and then Henry's dad, I can't remember the name, especially the dad is just a crazy racist. Like powers that we have in this, like he is just a guy trying to like just cares what people think. He's a people pleaser. Yeah. But I like that they didn't have him be a hardcore racist in this, or if he is, they didn't show it. And going to that point, just like a quick segue, one thing with like Stephen King's writing that he gets criticized for a lot is like saying nigger a lot. And a lot of times it's just very unnecessary. And there are times to where like, okay, I get it, but him and Tarantino have this weird thing to where they just throw slurs in. But I like that they convey the racism without using a slur. That is
true.
The looks that actions. The looks that Charlotte gave, and when she asked, "Are we sure we welcome here?" That did it enough. The airman who didn't salute LeRoy, that told you everything you needed to know without them saying like a slur or anything like that. So I really wanted to give credit for that.
I think Chris, he said, why didn't I say a nigger in this? And it was like, we don't need that.
You don't need it.
The message.
That's true.
Like,
the actions and the way they spoke, it was enough. It hit. But again, it's the microaggression.
Yep.
That works so perfectly in this. But I do want to say the moment LeRoy and old boy was in the jail cell and LeRoy's breaking down, well, this gun is a Russian, blah, 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 blah. It's pretty hard to load and this, that, and the other. And he goes, hey, you want to kill me? Do that. And that white boy could not get that gun together. And he goes, yeah, I know you stupid, but you're not dumb. Because you ain't got the balls to do something like that. So they gave LeRoy really good. Like LeRoy was very intelligent. But LeRoy, once again, was very blinded by what he was and not who he was. He was blinded by being I'm in the Air Force.
But shit, that's the military though. Like my parents,
that's what I'm saying.
Military family. Like I remember, like my mom was telling me, who was in the Army. She was like, "Oh no, it was my dad actually." He was like, "Yo, you don't have to be smart to have a good career in the military. You literally just do what you told and just show up when wearing the right thing. Like you just let people do their thinking for you. You can have like a solid career just doing off of that." So it's almost LeRoy, even though like it is very high-minded, like that is like the military, that like it's not about me, it's about like what's good for the Air Force, what's good for the country. So it sounds kind of like it's like silly to say it out loud, but that is kind of like a military man, a true military man. Once you start thinking for yourself, once you start trying to be like a free thinker and you start trying to like think outside the box, that's when your ass start getting like a dishonorable discharge, or you ended up in jail and whatnot.
Yeah, because I remember
sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I remember when he went up to Dick and he was just like, "So when are we going back up again?" And he was just like, "That's above my pay grade. I do what's told to me. I'm not even doing all of that." And he was just because that was right after his son was attacked, because he's just like, "Okay, I know something is going on," and they made it seem like this is a secret top mission but high priority, and he's trying to get more information. And so it's like Dick was just like, "Look, I do what I'm told. I'm not going to put myself in front of a gun," because Dick had been warning Shaw the entire time of like, we don't need to be doing this. But of course, like y'all said, Shaw's arrogance, he's just like, nah, tunnel vision. I'm trying to get this. I don't care what you say. But it's crazy. But I do want to say, like, the scene where they're at Rich's funeral, tears started flowing a little bit because you saw when Dick walked up to Rich's parents.
Oh Lord. Oh.
And it's like you see Rich by his parents before Dick walks up to him. And then Dick goes up, he's just like,
Will too.
You said who?
That I love that, because Will is sitting next to Rich's dad.
Right.
And he got his hand on his dad. And well, you remember he kind of leaned into Will. And then the next one is when he's with both his parents, and I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this.
That was tough. That's a beautiful scene, man.
Very, very. And Dick telling him, that hand you feel on your shoulder, that's him. And to see his father just all stoicism gone.
Because I think this was the first time we saw his parents, because we didn't see him.
No,
we didn't see any of the kids' parents except Will.
You don't really see
and Lily's mom.
Perspective either. Like he's the one character that you don't really see anything happen to him. Like he's just kind of like along for the vibe. We don't even know. Does Pennywise even do anything to him other than getting him killed? But other than that, like, do we see him like get like?
I don't think he had a vision.
Who, Rich?
Rich.
Yeah, I don't think Rich had a vision.
Only in the graveyard, because remember his
That's right.
His uncle, his Tio.
Yep. That's right.
He said Tio, and then Tio was like, it's like, oh, yeah, too much of that. What's that shit?
Rich was just down.
He was there for
he didn't even know Will that long, and he just immediately was like, "Yo, I'm just with it. You tell me that you saying some crazy shit, I'm with you."
He said, "I finally got some friends, so I'm with
that
y'all."
part, because him and Will are outsiders. The outsiders connect quick. Like when Will had the stink bomb, trying to be, trying to do the right thing. And he's like, don't touch it. I'm telling you, that's your ass. And Will's like, boom. And he's just sitting there. And I love how.
I don't know why Will even didn't try to run faster. Goddamn. Maybe because
I don't like. He told you had the warning.
He knew what it was.
Yeah. He could have just kept it moving. But again, I got to say, Will reminds me of me when I was younger. And that's why I said Will and LeRoy's relationship remind me of me and my dad. My dad was military, but he didn't take none of that shit from the military back home. When he came back home, like my dad was supposed to go to Vietnam, but because he was the only child, he stayed home. So when he saw all his partners who were in basic training come back and saw what Vietnam did to them, he was like, I'm going to stay with this for a few more years. I'm going to collect that check and I'm out of this bitch. But where my dad is LeRoy and Will is me, my dad was into, I'd say it because my dad played football in high school. He was kind of an El Bundy, I got 4 sacks in the championship game kind of dude. Although Al Bundy was 4 touchdowns in a single game. He was my dad, he was in shape, he was this, he was that. He always wanted me to follow his footsteps, be like him, like most fathers want their sons to be, right? Be the apple that didn't fall from the tree. And what am I? Shit. Give me a comic book, a video game, a horror movie. Give me all of this. Now, it's the stuff he got me into. So when he was trying, like, hey man, you're getting tall, you're getting big, you should play that football. And I played football. I'm like, yeah, I know you played football. Paul Borough High. Yeah. He was a star defensive guy. Not me.
That ain't me, man.
That ain't me.
That ain't my path.
Metroid 2 for the Game Boy's out. Let's go get it. And that you could see, like, in LeRoy's look, thank goodness for Charlotte, who made him understand he's not you. Yes, he is your son, but he doesn't have the same values or the same things that you like.
Yeah.
Like when he got the telescope, LeRoy made the joke, maybe we should look at a couple of neighbors. And Will's like,
what?
Hell,
nah, I ain't about that life.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, freaky ass nigga.
This nigga weird. Your husband's weird, mama.
He was like that showed you the divide. Not the divide, but it showed you, like, it told you everything about them. Like, that's the line, you know?
Mm-hmm. But Will is very, he told him, I'm not you. I'm not like you. You know,
when I ain't gonna let my friends get killed.
Ooh, when he did that 180 slap.
Was he wrong for smacking him in that moment?
He wasn't. He wasn't.
He kind of was, but wasn't. Because you ain't gonna talk to me like I am your bitch, for one. And you ain't gonna make me feel guilty for something that you are kind of guilty of, but you know, you thought it was Pennywise. He was about to shoot you. Nah, LeRoy would have been wrong of, you better be glad I slapped you instead of shot your nappy-headed ass. That's a father's love. Because he was about to kill Will.
Yeah, he
was about to pop him.
Jason and I was talking about that. Like, I think that Charlotte was being kind of hard on LeRoy. And, like, yo, Will kind of got a pass. Like, they got Paulie killed. Like, if they were not there, and if they were, if I know there was no way that they could have foreseen that happening, but though Disobedience did get his dad's best friend killed. So I think that Charlotte
you're right.
A little bit of grace that, like, yo, your best friend got killed. Like, not only did, like, Paulie got killed, but LeRoy did it. So he has to live with that too, because your son isn't listening. And I'm still trying to tell you that, like, yo, what you're doing has not only consequences, but it got my best friend killed, something that you did, and you still not listening. Like, I can understand that moment. That's like, yo, I'm just gonna slap the shit out of you, because I get it. Like, I kind of get it. There's a point to where, like, you get angry.
What you think, Jason?
He didn't slap him in that moment. That's the issue. He was able to sit. He was able to. That situation happened. He went to debrief the situation, and he went home, and then he slapped him. That's my problem with the situation.
Do it matter?
It do. In my personal opinion, yes. And I also feel like if Will wasn't in there, Paulie and LeRoy would have died due to Pennywise. That's just my personal opinion. I think Pennywise.
Well, the crazy thing is,
once he killed, I feel like he eased up once he killed him. I know people say he should have moved, but I'm like, bro, the scene was played in slow motion. It was an instant action. You couldn't have moved. There was no way to move. That he stopped the gun. He got shot at the same time. It just went in slow motion. It was an instant. There was no way to stop that or anything like that from happening. No, he got killed because Will was right there. Yes, but I truly feel as if Will wasn't there, everybody would have died anyway. Everybody had already died except Dick.
Right, but they were the closest to the exit. Like, the exit was basically right there. Now Pennywise would have fucked with him and probably did that. And you're right, he would have killed everybody. But I do say, when he shot Charlotte, and Charlotte is just chilling, and then all of a sudden she wake up. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that was funny but cute at the same time. Because the way her eyes kind of squint, they look like those cartoon eyes. It was like a crescent, and then the big teeth and everything. And I'm killing myself laughing. I'm like, yeah,
and then he was
Pennywise,
just
you a fool.
And then he was so rigid on his thought process in it. If I see something and then I ain't supposed to shoot it. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
anything like that. There is no you gotta they can't be the logic in this situation.
But that wasn't his idea. That was the order he was given.
No, his logic said shoot anything that looks like something. If it was your ex-girlfriend, your gym teacher, whatever it was.
Yeah, he told that to Paulie.
No. But his superior officers told him that. So he was just regurgitating. When they went in there, they said that, how did he phrase it? Something that realistically should not be down here. You shoot it like with no you just shoot it. There was a way that he phrased it, and he was repeating that. So that wasn't his idea. That was, again, him just saying that, hey, I'm like, I have orders and I'm telling them to you. So, like, that's why they were like, yo, these kids aren't supposed to be here. my commanding officer told me I just shoot, don't ask questions, I'm gonna do it. And that's why Paulie was like, yo, I see it too. The only reason why he did that is because he was seeing things that they weren't both seeing the same thing. So that's why he did that.
Yeah, because Paulie didn't see anything.
Exactly.
No, he didn't see Charlotte.
It was just LeRoy.
Yeah.
And it was just LeRoy. LeRoy saw Charlotte. And he's like, what are you doing here? And Paulie said, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
You know, but again, it trips me out all the same that LeRoy was trying to be logical in a very illogical situation.
Well, exactly. But also, he didn't know the full scope of everything that was going on. So I can still kind of understand that, like, okay, this is kind of weird, but like there still can be some logic. So I can give him some grace. But something just going back with Jason, what you were talking about, him debriefing, and that's why he was upset with LeRoy. But like, yo, this is all like, let's just say like 24 hours, 48 hours. He's not going to get over killing his friend that quickly. And I think that it's all connected, that like Will isn't getting it, that he's thinking that these two events are separate, that, hey, like I can just go on this journey and, you know, do whatever. But LeRoy is trying to tell him is that like, yo, you doing this is getting people killed. And he's thinking that Will was like kind of moving like, okay, that was just an accident and that won't happen again. But as the adult, he's like, no, like your behavior is the same and you're going to get yourself or someone else killed. And he wasn't getting it. So I can understand LeRoy getting frustrated. That's like, nigga, you're going to get people killed and you're not getting it. So that's why I give him a little bit of grace in that situation.
The only issue with that is LeRoy was doing the same exact thing and he got people killed too.
So what you mean?
He continued to go along with what was going on with his commanding officer. And then as they kept on looking and doing the searches and the hunts that they was doing and they found that thing, LeRoy's whole mindset was around putting this, he thought they were putting this monster away. That wasn't what the superior officer and them was actually doing. They were looking to open this thing up. Now it was unbeknownst to him.
Yeah.
However, everything he was doing was still to cause harm. Now Will's situation was completely different.
Yeah.
That was an accident. Will's situation was an accident. He hadn't gotten anybody killed. That was the first time the incident. His dad still did that. His dad was scared. He had finally got scared and hadn't been scared the entire time. He finally got scared. And he know your son been dealing with this. Boy, I don't give a fuck about you. Your son has been dealing with this, and he's only 12. And now he come home. You know what's going on. You seen it when he was under the water in the hole, and now you see it in the tunnel because you having visions. You also talking to Halloran as well, and he's showing you or telling you the stuff that he's going through. Now your son is. Now before his son got mad because he said, "Dad, you know that's not true, and you know what's going on." And that's when he started going back. They started going back and forth. Their little moment that he slept. I'm like, wait, no. I'm like, that's not how they go. Now, based on the times, people that don't have patience with kids, they slap kids.
Yeah,
because there wouldn't have been a situation. That's why she got mad. She was like. And she even took the dad's side in front of the son. She never went against him in front of him. Not when it came to Will. She only went against him based on conversation that they had because they had different ideologies based on what they should be doing and how they should be living. But when it came to raising their son, they never showed a different thing. Even when she got mad and when she was packing up, Will was nowhere around when that happened. And she was like, "No, I'm out of here, bro. You hit our son. I don't care about any of that. You tripping. You did that, and you know how he feel about you and how everything all those different situations. So, nah, LeRoy was dead wrong. I know.
Man, I would be with you if a man didn't die. Like if this was just a regular argument, that I'd be with you. But like, yo, a man got killed. That's the only.
So if I kill one person, I could just start slapping niggas.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If I get somebody killed and I'm not getting that, like, yo, my behavior got somebody killed and I'm about to do the same thing, and I'm trying to tell you that, like, yo, you're getting niggas killed and I'm not getting it. Like, I can understand someone getting frustrated, man. Like,
you're frustrated because you're scared now. You never dealt with fear.
No, not being scared. Niggas are dying. That's
people
what it is.
But people die because you got scared.
Well, Will did not live up to his word.
How so?
I'm just gonna say that I would never let my friends get killed. Rich.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That was his mama fault. Let's keep it a buck. That was his mama fault. She put Grogan inside that place.
That's not nigga. No.
They had nothing. They had nothing.
What you mean? Will put you there?
Will could yell, Rich? Come on, Rich.
Say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had no business being there. The only
got me.
You got
me. You got me. You got me. Okay.
And look, right. I just brought that up because the whole thing with the slap, I mean, it's happened. I don't know if it happened to y'all. I know there were moments I've said some shit I shouldn't have said, and I got popped, or as my dad did when I was 13, put me through a wall. But I mean, it is what it is. It's no. Like I cursed my mama out. I told her I'm not moving a fucking thing, and my dad just went boom, and I went through a wall. There is a dent. Not in this house, the old house. But it is a reaction that and it's kind of sad because that does go to show, you know, how we were raised as kids. You know, it's a reaction that in the mind of LeRoy, that's warranted. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. I'm the adult, you the child kind of thing, right? But Will wasn't wrong in what he was saying because he told him, he literally said, Pennywise got you.
Yeah.
You are contaminated now. He has you. It has you. You are now, you know, you're screwed. You know, your mind is corrupt. You know, because my dad, even though he would have been very stern about it, he never put his hand on me. He may sit me down and talk to me sternly, but he'd never put his hands on me. Because look, there were times when you could see it. LeRoy was very straightforward with Will. And then with the thing that happened in the lake, it wasn't just the balloon. Will had bruises all up and down his arm.
Yeah.
How did you get these bruises? You know, and then you don't see it. And there's the balloon. So yeah, I mean, again, Pennywise has a way of playing with the adults. But I think on that moment, that wasn't Pennywise. That was just a black father.
Yeah.
Disciplining his son. It ain't the best, and that's not the right way. Sure, of course. Nah. But I ain't gonna lie when I say I didn't laugh when Will did that 180. I'm just letting you know, because it looked like Prince in Purple Rain when he was looking for his dad. Where are you, motherfucker? And he does that beautiful spin where he floats. Will look just like that. He looked like he lifted him when he did that spin.
Anthony, which spin landed better between Will's spin or the white woman from Waiting to Exhale when Angela Bassett smacked her?
White woman. Because she hit a full 360. Will was a 180 to the floor. That white woman was, and she just went. Like it was a ballet spin. You know, you could play the Nutcracker Suite to that shit. Or Swan Lake? Oh yeah. Blue Danube. When Angela Bassett went to Africa. And the ancestors guided her hand across of that colonized space. Oh man. That was a beautiful one. But Will got popped, but this woman got hit.
Yeah. Was there any other scenes that y'all wanted to discuss before we close out this very, very great episode to close out 2025?
Girl, you're gonna need chapter 2. You gonna split this chapter?
It's definitely getting cut. Yeah.
Not a scene, but honestly, we haven't really talked about her. But Rose is a great character, and that actress did a great job.
Yeah.
Like,
she did.
Actors you could see the difference between like the adult, and it makes sense, but the adult actors juxtaposed with the kid actors, like, these adults were acting their asses off. Like everybody was like rent was due, but she did a really good job. I love her character a lot. Like, I hope we see her in 35 and 08.
For sure.
Hopefully. Yeah. It made me think of what was that? Killers of the Flower Moon. That's what. That's
Mm.
what her.
Oh, okay.
That's what her
Yeah.
and Shaw relationship reminded me of.
Yeah.
And I would say,
I will. Oh, sorry, Jay.
no, I was just gonna say the casting for the young Rose was perfect.
Mhm.
Like I love
That's Katara.
Is it?
Katara from
Yeah.
Avatar?
Yeah.
She looks too young.
Really?
That was 3 years
Okay.
ago.
That's true.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I will say the young assistant in Rose's pawn shop, that's Stephen King's character in chapter 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's him. He gets the shop.
Okay.
Because remember,
he charged old buddy $300 for that bike.
Right.
For his bike, which is
but remember, his the first appearance in episode 1 or 2. Is it 1 where Charlie goes to the pawn shop? Yeah. It's one of them. He's doing the same numbers that he's doing in chapter 2. When Bill walks in, it's the same thing. And Rose is telling him, you remember the numbers? And he's like, yeah, but we're short this. And he says it again in chapter 2. He takes over the pawn shop. Because remember, Rose is gone.
Yeah.
Also, Muschietti is in 1908 as one of the
organ
grinder.
Music.
Yeah.
Piano player and organ grinder. Yeah.
As a Pennywise on stage. Also, last thing, I'm done. Bob. Okay, so from what it seems is Pennywise takes over an entity or a person, and he embodies that person. Bob Gray hated kids.
Kids? I don't think
he didn't hate kids.
He hate kids.
Yeah, man, he could. I think he had a secret hate for kids because they kept jumping him at the shows, and then he seen.
Oh yeah, after he finished performing,
then that little boy was stalking him the whole time. He was like, "What the?" He said, "He said my parents are dead." He said, "Mine too. What the fuck you want me to do about it?"
Yeah.
Can you help me find him? No.
Now, what made him? What intrigued him to go to screaming in the forest? Crazy as hell.
Well, because the boy said, "Oh, that's my mom,"
and
he
call the
just
police.
Yeah,
it's 1908.
Right, we can't call the police.
My great grandma.
Oh no. The sheriff. I guarantee you, the sheriff was at the carnival.
Probably, yeah.
And another thing too is he just lost his wife. That Periwinkle, the original Periwinkle, is Ingrid's mom, and had that whole his whole show, his performance is eulogizing his wife, because that's the original Periwinkle outfit.
Yeah.
Whenever you at your worst, whenever you feel your worst, that's when Pennywise show up.
Right.
When Maddie got turned down for the date.
Oh damn! That's a good
when Lily was going through her little crisis.
Yep.
Ronnie was sad about her dad getting locked up. As soon as he got locked away. The next day, she got her ass took drug. Her mama, the womb scene happened.
No. Her father was at the house when that happened.
Yeah,
because he busted in her room.
Open the door.
Yeah.
I don't think he wasn't arrested yet.
It was when the kids died. It was the kids that died. The kids that died that
when Phil, Teddy, and Phil's sister got killed. It was right after that.
Right after that. Yeah, so that's when her said. But whenever they at the saddest or lowest moment, that's when Pennywise pop up.
But what was the sad moment for the kids that died in the first episode, though? Because they were just helping.
Now that situation.
Well, the sad moment is Maddie.
Well, they were just that was just bad, wrong place.
Wrong place. Jazz. Remember they said, "Are you crying?" They're like, "No." They turned the lights on. Everybody was in that bitch crying hard. You remember that?
I do, but being sad versus your lowest moment, I'm be like, Penny, pick a time to bother me.
Yeah.
It wasn't that one.
Keep with the schedule.
It was just more so like opportunistic. They just all happened to be there, and he just did what he did.
Yeah, because the whole thing is feeding off the fear. So nobody really had. Technically he had already been messing with Teddy at that point, because remember his dad told him they made lampshades out of us, and then he made a lampshade.
That scene was crazy.
But
it wrote
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting Teddy was Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that and it was Maddie's face.
Oh, I didn't
realize that.
Yeah, the lampshade, that was Maddie's face.
I couldn't make out the face. I ain't know what the fuck that was. I was like, damn, nigga, it's a mask.
Yeah. No, that was Maddie's face.
Oh,
because he
like
goes,
the mask before they put it on.
Like he's screaming Teddy. And that opening the lights, and you could kind of see the dead lights. They were supposed to hit Teddy, but Teddy, found his brother.
Yeah.
Kind of clowned him, who is Stan's dad.
The lampshade reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I can see that.
Exactly.
Or if you watch the Ed Gein thing.
I thought
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and so last thing, and I'm finished, Jazz. I'm sorry. Okay, so 2.
You got to cut
Flash. All right, so Flash 1. He was reading the Flash comic book, which was Andy Muschietti and Barbara's. But also, if you listen closely, in my head at least, it does sound like the Flash theme song when Richie is running across the ice. If you listen to it, it does sound like the Flash theme song when he's running across the ice. Which the slide,
Richie flashed the bird.
Aha. Flying on the ice was an accident because he kept falling and he couldn't walk.
Bill Skarsgård?
No.
Oh, Rich, the
Richie,
that played Rich.
He slid
I
across
didn't know that.
It wasn't ice; it was a painted stage. But he couldn't walk on it. So every time he ran, he said, "You know what? Fuck it. Throw the middle finger, and you slide across, and you helped him. Just get your ass over there without falling."
Get it? Yeah.
And that's how they got the scene.
That's crazy.
That's a fun fact.
That is crazy.
That's a fun fact. I like that.
But I'm done. I promise.
All right.
Oh, and Rob Reiner. Peace out to Rob.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But
nigga, why are you laughing?
Jason is crazy.
The way you did it, it was just like, oh, R.I.P. Bob Reiner.
Bro, you are nasty.
Well, we are going over. I know Jazz is like, I really don't want to cut all this madness, so I didn't know if y'all wanted to do a quick little remembrance or anything. So I was like, all right.
He didn't even have, like cancer or something. Like, he was murdered, and Jason just
that was terrible, bro. That was
that was terrible. Okay, now this nigga.
Nah, but straight up, he was one of the real ones. Rob Reiner was definitely one of the real ones. When you wanted an ally, that was the guy you called. So he did. He did a lot, crazy. Man.
Tragedy.
Very much so. Him and his wife, rest in peace. And to the daughter who found him.
Yeah.
Straight,
And then it's the brother.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild.
Yeah. Crazy.
But the reason why we are here, Chris, I'm gonna start with you. Was it good though?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Anthony, was it good though?
Hell yeah. Better than Stranger Things.
Y'all gotta stop doing that.
I'm calling in my dog.
It's not fair. It came out 10 years.
I didn't say it was perfect. I just said it's better.
It came out 9 years after, and it was able to use whatever they were able to benefit from whatever Stranger Things did to make it be a better thing, in my personal opinion.
Okay. I like the nostalgia of Stranger Things, but this was not nostalgia. This was not done for nostalgia's sake, and it shows. So I'm still gonna say what I say, but it was good.
All right, Jason, was it good though? Are you?
Are you muted? You am I?
No, you just not. No, you're not. Oh, you just wasn't. You were just moving your lips.
You were
providing voice.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. My bad.
This nigga said.
This is the Last Dragon. I was waiting for bad dubbing. I
thoroughly enjoyed the series. I am excited to see what comes next from this franchise. Jazz, was it good though?
Yes, I absolutely love this series from episode 1 to episode 8. The way that it ended is how I kind of wish Alien Earth ended.
Ooh.
because I did not like how that ended. But y'all check out our Alien Earth review. And I definitely want to go ahead and plug the fact that me and Mike were on an interview with a roundtable conversation with 4 of the leads from this series. And I'll be sure to tag that into the description for this episode.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to both of y'all.
Yeah.
You said what?
Add it to it.
Was Taylor Page
Jason,
a
we
part
are not on
of
our
this
2 hours
conversation?
no more. Yes, it was Taylor Page. You had Chris Chalk, and you had it was 4, and then Javon, who played LeRoy, and then also Hank. Stefan, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
all 4
So
of them
they
was
gave
on the
all
round table.
All the blacks.
Yes.
No, that's great though.
Yeah.
No, but that's cool. Hey, congratulations to you and Mike, man.
Thank
I
you.
told you this is the beginning of something good, something big.
Wow.
We might be seeing Jazz's interviews. You know, they might let her interview some
Jazzy interviews.
Hold on,
yeah.
Is that already published? That Q&A?
Yeah, it dropped last month.
It dropped last month?
Yeah. What's wrong, Chris?
That's crazy.
I feel like I just heard you talk about it like a week or 2 ago.
No. I dropped a link in the Discord like last month. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
See, I saw Mike's interview with Taylor Page and Chris Chalk, and that was really good. That's all the same thing, right? Or was that a separate one he did?
No, it's all together. It's just like
together.
Mike edited his for his questions, and then I edited mine just for mine. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful, man.
Man,
Congratulations once
Shout
again,
to
man.
you,
That's
man.
dope as hell.
Really happy. Super happy for you, man. But next year,
Thank you.
definitely gonna kick off a lot of different things. And shout
I'm
out to
manifesting
the,
great things for What's It Good though, for real.
Thank you.
Y'all gonna be talking to Ryan Coogler next month.
I did
I'm
listen.
throwing it out there.
And I did watch the not watch, but I did listen to the companion part they had for this. I'm manifesting one of them for us. I would like to be a companion part from one of these shows to be like, but I do want to shout out Mark Bernardin and Princess Weeks. Even the companion podcast is done by 2 black people, black woman, black man. And it was black as hell. Them being able to speak, but then they were speaking with the cast, the directors, producers, everybody like that. And 2 of the writers on this are writing Friday.
Is it last Friday?
The 13th.
Oh,
the Friday the 13th. No. 2 of the writers on this are writing Friday the 13th. So I have some hope.
Yeah.
Have some hope that may be, may actually hit us what we need to be at. But that's all I got.
Well, your boy wrote for your favorite superhero, Mark Bernardin. He writes comic books as well. He wrote for Batman.
He did the Batman, the Amazon version. Yep.
He did. Yeah, he worked on that animated series and a couple of books for Marvel and DC. And him and what's my boy Kevin Smith have a podcast together, Fat Man on Batman. Yeah, Mark Bernardin's been around for a long time.
He seemed a bit like an older gentleman when I looked him up. I want to look them people up.
He's older gentleman, but he knows what he's talking about.
Princess Weeks though. I think again 185 is out now. There's our Christmas episode. We talked about the preacher's wife, and we talked about the preacher's wife. Next week,
freaky ass angel.
We're gonna do a recap. We're going to do a year-end recap at the beginning of the year. So we'll get that popped out, get that cracking, and then we're gonna get our year started properly, man. So happy New Year to you and to y'all. Please be safe, have fun, enjoy yourself, bring the new year in right. Get your peas and cabbage in you. But that's all I got. Jazz, you got something for the people?
Nah, I just want to say, of course, thank you so much, Anthony and Chris, for joining past episodes, because y'all have been on.
All right, we here, nigga.
Right. So, and then also to Ivy, to Lisa, to Jasmine,
Mike.
I knew it was somebody else. There was a lot of niggas on this episode tonight, but
Loretta winning the bet. Don't forget.
Anthony, don't have to remind me of that, but sure.
Who that?
But thank you so much. It has been a fun and exciting year. Excited to see where the pod goes next year. We got some very fun ideas. So for anybody listening, Please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review, share, all of that. And of course, Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Y'all definitely check them out. Great podcast. And then Mike's his YouTube. Please be sure to check that out. And then Lisa, Real Movie Lovers. Please be sure to check her out. We have a community of Black podcasts that we pretty much come together.
Don't forget my brother blog, my brother blog page, man. Crazy, scary, cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You check out Chris Jacobs.
No. That wasn't like a shock to you. I forgot.
I just want to make sure, you know.
I was going down the list of the podcast because you see, I ain't said nothing about Ivy either, but now Jason got me looking like an asshole.
Now you're not an asshole. I was, now you good. I forgot. So,
but no, that's all I had. But again, Happy New Year, y'all. And make sure within life, ask yourself, are you a lifeboat or an anchor? This is the Was It Good Though podcast. I am Jazz.
I'm Jason.
And y'all please be safe. And like Anthony say, if
you're out in the streets, please be good. But if you can't be good, be careful.
Cheers.